Hey everyone, and welcome to the Weeb Lounge. Recently, there's been a few people who have spent a lot of money on this game, all of a sudden going free to play, apologizing to people, and you think they never played a gacha game in their lives. It's all about responsibility, it's all about spending wisely, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. Yeah, the few videos that I've seen recently, it makes me wonder, do these guys know what a gacha game is? Have they experienced other gacha games? Did they jump into Genshin Impact, throw down 5 grand, and then wonder, oh my god, why did I do this, and start crying? I can't remember who it was, but I was watching one video and they started sobbing, and I'm like, wow, you dumb. I'm sorry, that is ignorant as all hell. Listen, when you play gacha games are all about getting you money. I've said that over and over in all my videos. Gacha games got you money. That's what they try to do. And playing free to play is all well and good, but you also handicap yourself. Now, if you're going to really get into one of these games, quite simply, don't be dumb. Don't be ignorant. Ignorance can be fixed. Stupidity can't. And I'm going to try to help fix some people's ignorance, at least I hope here. The first thing that you have to do is you have to approach this game completely different than any other game. You have to treat it as a hobby. I'm not saying, your hobby's playing video games, your hobby's collecting Pokemon cards, your hobby's collecting comic books. I don't mean it in necessarily that sense, but the same mentality holds. You want to budget a certain amount of money toward these games. Now, Pokemon cards. Baseball cards, the earliest gacha game ever created. A pack of baseball cards. You spend money on a card, you open it up, chances are you get all doubles or whatever, there's nothing in there worth a damn. And then after you open 20, 30 packs or whatever, you finally get that one rare card, that foil card, that signed card, or it could be a Charizard, it could be a Black Lotus. I could have had a Black Lotus. I am kicking myself in the ass because Magic the Gathering was my thing back in the day. But those are gacha games. Think about it. They're all gacha games. All this is putting it into a digital format. And when you play Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or any other collectible card game, stuff like that, guess what? It's a gacha game. And you have to budget towards it. Now, you have to treat these things as a hobby, and you're going to have to budget accordingly. Let's say 50 bucks a week. Now that sounds really high for a lot of people. Oh my god, 50 bucks a week. Well, think about your hobby, whatever it is. Could be cycling, could be collecting those cards, whatever. You always end up putting a little bit of money aside towards that hobby. Well, if you're willing to make Genshin Impact, or any other gacha game for that matter, your hobby, then as you're earning funds, if you're earning funds, put a little bit to the side just like you would any other hobby. Be more responsible like that. And then at the end of the month, let's say you have 50 bucks, 75 bucks, whatever the case may be, you go ahead and spend that on your game. That's your hobby. You're trying to collect stuff. You're opening that pack of Pokemon cards. I should say more Magic the Gathering. I really like Magic the Gathering, but that's what you do. You budget, you treat it just like any other hobby, and you make sure that every week you put a little bit to the side to go towards your hobby. Now, the last thing, you got to spend wisely. Just because, let's say you put 50 bucks a week out, okay? You put the 50 bucks a week to the side, you got 200 bucks a month, and you could just blow it on Genshin Impact and be like, hey, here's my money. Hopefully I get D-Luke or Mona or something, or I already got Klee, so we're good. But you got to spend it wisely. You shouldn't, let's say you're a cyclist, okay, and you need some new pedals. This is your hobby. You like to bike around all over the damn place, right? You got some stock-ass, janky-ass pedals, and you want some nice carbon fiber ones, right? Well, you go to Amazon, you see them there for 100 bucks. What do? Well, you add it to the cart, you check out, and you got it. No, you don't do that. No, you don't do that. You shop around. Okay, 100 bucks on Amazon, maybe it's $80 sitting over on eBay. Maybe some bike specialist shop at $74 or $99, or maybe you can even find a used one for 20 bucks. There you go, same thing, and you got your collection, your hobby is improved. That's kind of what you want to do with Genshin Impact. When you're spending your fate, you have to think, what is the best way to improve your account overall? Not just to try to get the waifu up to max, or not just try to get like this specific weapon up to max. What do you do? One, you play the pity system. You write down how many fate you spent on every banner and everything. You keep track of it, and you make sure that you know when you're going to hit the pity system. Because that's going to let you know when that next 5-star character or that 5-star weapon is going to pop up, and you can plan accordingly in advance. Now, let's say a banner comes up and it's Klee. Well, that kind of happened. There's Klee and there's 3 other 4-star characters, okay? And you're like, well, I got $200 that I saved up or whatever. I'm going to blow that on that banner. And you put it out on the banner. You get Klee on the first pity, and you want to get another one, and you keep going. And all of a sudden, as you're going, you get max constellation on all 3 of those 4-star characters. Stop right there. Whatever special banner you're going for, whatever 4-star characters are available, if you get all of them max constellation, or even just or 2 out of 3 or something like that, and the other one's just close, stop. Because you got some really good characters there now, and the 5-star, you probably got one during the first pity or maybe the second pity. Don't push it. Don't push it at all. Now, as far as the standard banner goes, the only time you roll on the standard banner is when the game itself gives you those specific fate to spend there. So single pools or 10 pools, it doesn't matter. You got the same odds either way. You can do your single pools, you can save up for a 10 pool, whichever one that you want to do. That's perfectly fine. The weapons banner, never spend a dime, never spend a fate, never spend anything on the weapons banner at all, period. Because there's a chance that those show up in the regular banner. The weapons banner, that's all you're getting is weapons. You're looking to improve your account. So if you want to improve your account, the best way to do it is characters and constellations. That's the absolute best way to do it. And plus, you can plot out for new characters. Now what I ended up doing, I got Klee, right? I actually got 2 copies of Klee, the base one and the first constellation. Sucrose and the other 2 characters that were in the banner, I maxed constellation. And the second I maxed constellation Sucrose, which is the last of the 3, I stopped. And I was sitting at like 48 or 54 pools or something like that, and I stopped. I'm going to save that pity for the next banner. That's the smart thing to do, because if I keep rolling, and yeah, I was somewhat close to the pity, I have a chance of getting another Klee or something like that, but am I going to do that? No. I already got the character that I want. She's pretty good. I got the other characters maxed out, and believe me, 4-star characters are pretty powerful once you get to it. You get those things max constellations, you really focus your attention on them. Just about every 4-star character, not all of them, research, are pretty good, and you don't even need a 5-star in all reality. So overall, it's all about changing your mentality when you're coming to play these games. These guys that are, the guy that's sobbing or whatever is like, I'm sorry if I sucked you into spending money. No, people are going to spend money whether you want them to or not. They're going to do it. That's no motivation right there, okay? It's a that's weak will BS. I hate to say it. He seems like a great guy. Seems like an awesome guy, but those maybe not crocodile tears, but they're misplaced tears. It's dumb. Now, if he wants to go free to play, that's perfectly fine, and there's a few other people doing that. They don't want to give Mihoyo money as a form of protest, which I absolutely agree with. The system does need overhauled. I'm no advocate for dumping all of your spare change on this thing, but what I'm trying to get you guys to do is spend wisely, plot accordingly, and like I said, you treat it as a hobby. Treat it like you're collecting Magic the Gathering cards or Pokemon cards. Treat it like you're trying to upgrade a bike or whatever. If you're a cyclist, if you collect board games, you collect video games, old retro stuff or whatever, you put a little money to the side, you limit yourself to that, and you never exceed it. And actually, you try to save some of it for the next month. You just try to carry some of it over. And, you do that because, hey, something special might actually pop up that could require a couple bucks. And if you put a little bit extra to the side, or you don't spend everything, hey, there you go. You got your money for the next one. It's all about treating it as a hobby, changing your mental attitude towards it, not playing the addiction game. That's the big one. A lot of people feel addicted. People go to these games and they'll just dump. Just when you go into it, realize that this is gambling. It is hands down, hardcore gambling with very little return. Treat it as a hobby. These are your digital cards. This is your digital hobby. With that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. And to the other guys, if they happen to watch this video, I think it was MTash or something, and they started sobbing a little bit during the stream and everything. Don't go throwing away that account you paid thousands of dollars on. I know you're not going to just throw it away, but keep at it. you're not hurting anybody. You're not hurting anybody at all. People who play gacha games are going to do what they do. And if it's a form of protest to get for Mihoyo to go strictly free to play and not spend another dime, I completely agree. But if it's just trying to get publicity or something like that, bad. We'll see you in the next video.